guys doing? Let's talk about the invention of lying. And let's talk about people that are the dilemma in life. It's not the liars. It's not. We accept that people are liars. However, we do not like we trust the liars. It's so ridiculous. Not we, but the problem is the majority of people that are around you. They assume that they know that people lie, but somehow they don't equate that to the people that literally lie all the time. Like their job is to lie. They somehow trust actors, which their job is to literally lie. They could just to put on a story or something. And the people on the TV, they're reading from somebody that's lying. And politicians continually lie. Like, and somehow, and we've been fooled time and time again with religion and religious type. Like, here's the event that's going to happen, and we've been fooled with science all the time. And we still just go back to going, oh no, they got it right this time. They're telling us the truth. Well, I have less of a problem with people lying and more of the problem with the people that I'm around on a daily basis that believe them. Like how dumb are you? Most people are pretty dumb. And I'm trying to put a positive spin on this. Here's how. Because you're not dumb. I know you're not. But hey, you're probably the smartest person in the room most of the time. I always heard that if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Which is why I don't often that's why I often leave rooms. I have to leave this room all the time because I'm obviously the smartest person here. Oh, I'm the only person here. Shit. Yeah. Just the amount of people that believe the lies. That is more why we're in a stew of shits as humanity. It's not that there's one. You know what they say? The 1%. There's 1%. Then you get the 5%, and then you get the 80. It's not the small amount. Those small amounts are the liars. But it's not their fault. They get something out of it. They've seen that most people are stupid, and it's like, well, a stupid person shouldn't keep their money. I'll take that. I'll use it. I don't care. They don't need their health. I'll take whatever. I don't care. Good for them. It's that everybody invests their. I can't even call it investment. They spend their energy and time believing. The people that are insulting them, degrading them, abusing them, and they invest their energy into that. I'm looking at people. I'm like, you believe, you're listening and believe that shit. Like when I watch people watch TV. You ever watch someone watch TV? It's kind of like an inception. Or somebody that has an opinion based upon what they heard on TV. I'm just like, anyone alive in there? Are you literally an empty shell of a being? Do you have any original thoughts anywhere? What up, Dave? What up, Divine? Yo. Yeah, I'm consistent. You know what? I'm not really disappointed in people anymore. I've just accepted that people are dumb as a dish rag. They're. It'd be nice if they weren't. It'd be nice if there was more intelligent people. I just isn't. There ain't. You try. What a noble profession and cause to be a preacher, a teacher. You know, what a really great. Really want to help these kids out here, but they won't. They don't want to learn. I know that. You're not the boss of me. Of course, they know better. But they're all fucking idiots. So can you really blame these people that are lying pieces of shit? They're lying pieces of shit, obviously. But can you blame them? They're like, oh, this is, I just say these words and that will be the response. Okay. Maybe I'll just start changing what I'm saying. You would call it a lie, which I, you know, I don't really find the use in it. Although, as I'm thinking about it, maybe I just lie all the time now. Yeah. I mean, in one sense, you know, the law of attraction is to continually lie. It is. I'm a billionaire. Now, right now, today, do I have 1 billion American U.S. Biosurvival chips? No, I don't. But if I just keep telling myself that, maybe one day I will be, and I'll manifest that. And that's great. That's really, you know, that's setting yourself in the feeling and the emotion and you know, playing the game forward. That I'm thinking there, and I'm going to get that. That's great. Have some goals. But I'm talking about the liars, you know, pass on fire liars that they just go, yeah, that's a donkey, and it's clearly an apple. But everyone else sees a donkey and they'll buy the apple. It's have you ever been to a stage show of hypnotism? Hypnotist. I mean, literally, people are getting hypnotized by that TV thing. And they go out and they buy things. They buy the bullshit. Juice buy that. Anybody remember that? Juice buy that. Unless you sold knives, you wouldn't know about that. How are you guys doing? How's your morning? Is it as splendid as mine is? I just got these new sunglasses yesterday. Okay, just so everybody knows, whenever I'm out here begging you guys, I don't call it begging because I'm doing you a quality service most of the time, entertaining you and educating you on certain things. I'm not out in the streets buying expensive sunglasses. These cost $1.99. I kid you not. I go to a place and I get super dope, fresh eyewear. $1.99. $1. So somebody gave me a couple bucks yesterday, which I'm appreciative of, and I took $2 of that and purchased these. Look at, they're fucking gorgeous. What are you gonna do? Pink sunglasses. Well, I also had pink pants on, so they matched a lot more. But yeah, what else are we talking about? We're talking about the dilemma with what's up, Obercon? What you doing, yo? Talking about the problem isn't the liars, it's the people that believe the liars, and that's the majority of people. How do you help them? And I've been trying that for years, and they continue. They're almost addicted to believing the bullshit, and I think it has to do with that ego thing, and that thing that's really sits hard in people that where it's easier. You know the statement. It's easier to lie to someone. It's easier for someone to accept a lie than it is. Wait, how's that go? It's easier for someone to be lied to than it is for them to accept later that they were lied to. You know what I mean? Like they'll buy the lie, but then later you can't convince them the truth anymore because their ego won't allow them to go. I was so stupid then that would imply that I'm an idiot now. They'll double down. They'll double down on what they were sold. Oh no, I have the best. You know, I bought a 95 Honda, and it's this and this, and it's the best car in the world, even though it's falling apart. And they'll double down. I'm like, no. Here's why. Because the salesman sold them. Well, it has these really great thing. The tires are like this, and the doors are made out of special steel, and da. Even though it's falling apart, it's a piece of shit. Plainly, like right in front of their face, they're still bought into the idea because they don't want to. Their ego can't handle them saying, "Oh, I was an idiot then, and I've moved on." If people could just go, "Oh, I used to poop my pants when I was 3 years old," you did. You fucking shit your pants. Is that something to be embarrassed by? No, it's not. I'm a 42-year-old adult male, as far as I know, And in my later days of life, I have shit my pants. Yes, I have. And you know what? That wasn't today. It was a couple years back. I pooped my pants. Doesn't. It's not something I'm proud of, and it's not something I'm embarrassed by. People got to get over their embarrassment. That's, I think, maybe that's what it is. This is maybe why I do so many stupid things, because I just have to go, oh well. It teaches you like to humble yourself, perhaps. You do, as many cool things as you do, great things and grand and wonderful things. You can't be like, oh, I'm the fucking, top dog shit. Like, just throw some goofy bullshit in the mix. Do something stupid. And go, oops, whatever. Because everyone is fucking up. Everyone's a fuck up. Everybody. You're gonna fuck up. Accept it. And move on. Accept that you voted for Joe Blow. And go, well, that was a fucking stupid idea. I don't even know why I'm gambling on these politicians anyways. I don't even know why I'm watching this fucking television, listening to this shit. Maybe just go, I was dumb for having done it. Maybe I'll stop doing that. I don't know why people are so scared to look stupid or be embarrassed or to be like, ooh, they're because when they watch that cringe shit on the YouTubes, they're like, I've done things that stupid too. Yeah, but you know what? People forget about that, and then they move on to the next stupid shit somebody else is doing. They laugh and they go, oh. In the next moment, let's see what else is happening over here. Let's go people watch people do dumb shit. It's fun. It gives you just go, I'm not the only one out here doing ridiculous things. Easy top. Yeah, my sunglasses. Yeah. I got all sorts of different shades because I go to the store and I'll buy a 12-pack of beer and a new pair of sunglasses, and that's my day. That's how I live. If somebody were to ask me what is the normal day of Zen, what do I do? I get up at random times. I don't know, 7 o'clock. I don't know why I wake up so early. Like, I was out late last night doing stupid shit. I was on the Mississippi doing some ridiculous shit. And get up at like 7 o'clock. I go buy a case of beer and sunglasses, and then just run around. I don't go anywhere to eat. I don't spend money on much of anything. That's my day. And then I'll come home and perhaps have a meal. That's what I do. It's exciting. I interact with the general public. If anybody was worried or cared about what I do. Oh, and I do these shows sometimes. I don't know if you're here. Yeah, the brainwashed mass. I don't know why they call it brainwashing. They should call it, because it's literally the opposite of washing. Some people need to wash their brains, like clean your fucking brain out. There's too much shit in it. You should call it brain shitting or something. Like, it's just full. Your brain has too much in it. Hey, Carol Potter, how you doing? You're definitely not a robot at all. You're definitely not a bot. And so I appreciate the bots coming here and telling everyone whatever the fuck they're typing. It really brings a delight to my world. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, I don't see it's such a high level of psychology. It is what is up? Yeah, it's such a high level of psychology how people. Convincing one person of something is a difficult task, but convincing the masses is an easy thing. Crowd psychology, the psychology of the masses is an easier task than convincing one person of something. Because once you get people, a larger group, people want to be on the in group. And so they want to go, oh, I want to be part of the cool things. I don't want to be left out. They have FOMO, fear of missing out on something. Fear of missing out, yes. So once you get a sway of a crowd, I mean, think of it even in logistics of a literal crowd, and they're walking in a direction. If you start moving, they'll follow the whole fucking thing. They'll just follow, and mentally too. That's the bigger thing. You mentally get some people on a position that they're believing, and then they're like chirping about it, whatever the fuck they say. Because who wants to be the one going, that's ridiculous? What are you talking about? You could have everyone saying the dumbest shit. I mean, there's a lot of studies done on this. I forget what the name of the study is. If anybody wants to put it in there, where like they'll have people in an elevator, and they'll stand and just stare at the other door, or they'll do something. They'll put their hand on their shoulder, or like put their hand. They'll just do weird shit, and then you'll see the person walk in and be very confused, and all of a sudden they acclimate themselves to exactly what they're doing. They'll mimic because they think that's what you're supposed to do. In the most bizarre scenarios, like why would you, like in an elevator, you should just stand there, right? Hit the button, and there's the door, and you're gonna get off and get off the fucking elevator. But they could do some weird shit, and people just gotta fit in, gotta fit in. Yeah, it is quite a shame. You know, not enough people were given those wonderful stories. And they didn't have the grandparents telling them the stories of the tree, the weird crooked tree that was in the middle of the forest. And there's all these pine trees. They're all standing up, straight and narrow and perfect and tall. And there's all of them everywhere. There's one crooked, weird tree in the middle that's just growing this way and that, and they're all laughing at that tree and pointing at that tree and going, "Why don't you just grow straight? What's your problem? You're so what is all this? Look at us. We're strong, we're tall, we're powerful. Look at you." And they're making fun of it. And then one day, the trucks come in, and the chainsaws turn on, and all of a sudden these trees start getting cut down because they want to make houses and lumber and whatever. And as they're cutting all the trees down, the guys with the saws come over to the crooked, weird tree, and they say, "Leave it alone. We can't use that." So they cut the whole rest of the forest down. There's one tree standing there all crooked and the way it wanted to be. It followed the sun and did the things that it wanted to do. Nobody knows those stories because they want to fit in and wear the gray suit with the tie, and they want the boss to really like him. Good day, pal. Good job, buddy. They really need a pat on the shoulder. There's somebody to tell them good job. They really need. They require that constant validation. Man, validation. Imagine living for validation. I'm sure everybody here has at some points in time. I mean, I don't know. I never found that to be a thing. I don't have that in me. I don't know. I can sense and see when other people, you know how like you pet a dog, you're like good boy, and it's like so excited, and it's like thank you for vindicating me and validating me. That's vindicating. You're right. And you can see that in other people. I've just never had that. I don't know. I could see how it feels. I could empathize. Sympathize, I guess. I mean, that's another thing people got to get rid of. You can't live your life. You can't live your life for someone else. You can't live someone else's life. You're living yours. You has to be. You can do things for other people because that helps to, pay it forward, and, service to others is very important in life. But you can't expect them to treat you the same way. You can't expect everybody else to pat you on the back. You can't hope for it either. Because validation is it's empty. It's for suckers. Because one day somebody will tell you great job, the next day they'll be like, "Well, you fucking suck." So what are you gonna do? If you ride high when somebody says good fucking job, then when somebody says that's fucking terrible, you're gonna be depressed as shit, and you won't feel so good. You can't listen to other people. Fuck them. You should try that more in your life. You should start like I don't know if you've had to. Most people were sad during this whole scammy thing that's going on here, because they were losing friends and family. I'm like, but were they really? Because you ever see people that are hanging out and you're like, you guys are just acquaintances that hang out a lot. You don't really like each other. You don't really like each other. And you know it. And they're like, oh, and you got family members that you fucking hate. I know you fucking hate. You hate your uncle and your cousin over here and your auntie on this side. You don't like them. They're pieces of shit. And you're like, oh, I lost my, this whole thing and the stabby wounds and all this, and they hit them and I didn't want it, and I lost. Fuck them. They sucked anyways. Fuck them. You gotta learn to say that. You gotta learn to, you know, if you want your garden to flourish, you must cut the weeds out. People are people are weeds. You need to get your weed whacker out. Yeah, the new guy definitely copies the crowd. You got to fit in, man. I mean, I'm not saying if you join a club or a team, or you're in you're a Rotary club, or join cool. You gotta that's fun. Wear your team colors. I don't, but I can see that camaraderie and that everybody's got the same hoorah, and that's great. That's great. But as a general rule, you can't lean on that. It's not healthy. Destroy the idiot box. What's going on? The Ash Conform. Thank you. The Ash Conformity. Yeah, that was what I was talking about earlier. Ash Conformity. Really interesting shit. I'm sure there was probably other studies that aren't as publicized, but that's what's the other one? The M word, the Milligan. Is it the Milligan one? Is the other one? I think that's what's the other one. See how much they would turn up they would hear somebody in the other room getting electrocuted if they got the wrong answer, and the guy would like, keep hitting the button. If you have to get the wrong answer, hit the button. They hear the person scream, and they're like, we're turning the voltage up, and they're saying how many times they would keep hitting the button when they clearly hear the other person traumatized. Just because somebody in a white suit told them to. Dave, Carol, tell your overlords to send money to the gods. Yeah, whoever Carol is. Hey, Carol, I'm a living god. I'm walking here. If you want to send me, hey, anybody here, I'll let you guys know. You guys want? I'm fucking seriously dead broke right now. I have like $3, and I'd like to go to the French Quarter. It's like 4 miles that way. I don't feel like walking. So if you want to buy me a couple beers and a bus ticket, you want to buy me a bus ticket? It's $1.25 per way. So I need $3 for that, and whatever beers cost. If you want to, feel free. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, TSAR capital XEN on PayPal. That's paypal.me/ capital TSAR capital XEN Tarzan. That's what it is. And the Venmo is Zen / ATMAN. No, it's not /. It's a dash. Zen Atman -1. Not spelled out, just a number. You can see that in the description box beneath. And you will pay for me to go and play outside today. And also, if you want to, I haven't really seen the ducks lately, and you all know I have ducks that I adore and I feed. I need to get duck food. So, duck food is $5 for a 10-pound bag. So you want to buy the ducks some food? Put that in the comments, or comment that in the if you give me like some money, just be like, make sure you feed the ducks. I don't buy them food. They get food before I get beer most of the time. Anyways, what else? Useful idiots. Let me get to useful idiots. I've always felt bad about using useful idiots. I feel reprehensible. I feel abhorrent. Are those words that you can feel? Whatever those words mean, encompasses, like, when I see somebody who's really dumb and I could get them to do something, I'm like, ugh, I don't feel good doing it, even though they'd be happy to do it. It's just it's a weird thing for me. I think maybe because when I was little, maybe I was like that, and I looking back on it when I was saying, oh, people were fucking using me, bullshit. So I don't like doing that to people. But in the world, there are the majority of people are useful idiots. They've been trained to be that way, and my belief is that people need to be untrained from that, to be deprogrammed from the programming. That's the Matrix savior complex that I have. Like, truly. Like, come on. You can't be this fucking dumb. You're only dumb because they made you dumb. You're not supposed to be like this. And so I like to do that. I like to help people that way. But while that's happening, there still is such a mass of people that jack off Jesus Christ. I don't know why they're doing that. He lives down the street, and he's not a good-looking guy. I don't know why they're doing that. And then there's people that are like all just deep-throating scientism, not doing any science or thinking themselves. And there's people that lay down and allow the state to ram their hard shafts into their mouth and other areas. And I mean, if that's what you like and you're into bondage and sadomasochism, go for it. I just don't think in a healthy environment anybody would be really into getting their chest shat upon. But this is a legitimate thing. I mean, I never can't say that I've seen it firsthand, but I knew a chick. Her employment, she made a lot of money, was to fly around the world, and people would send her a menu of what to eat. Yes, you know where this is going. I am telling that this is not a joke. This is an actual 100% fact. At least the story was that she told me. And I don't believe her to be lying about it, because she was just candid as like, this is what I do. So she gets the menu of what they want her to eat, and come and hang out with them for a little bit, and pop a squat right on their chesticles. And she was paid exorbitant amount of money to do this. And why? Because they were usually, running businesses, making a lot of money, and really probably just like they had that guilty conscience that they needed to suffer, and they needed pain. It was kind of like the Christians that do the backlashings because they're a sinner or whatever. Well, this is psychologically equivalent, that they feel like they're taking advantage and shitting on people themselves by having large corporations and sweatshops and a factory with terrible working conditions, and those kind of people. So psychologically, they know they're a piece of shit, so they need to, in return, feel that they've balanced out their karmic debt. Hey, but some people are just into that. I don't know, So if you need this the state and other people and things to sadomasochate you, would that be a word? Sadomasochates. I mean, mastication is like to chop something up. Masochist is not. I guess a masochist could be having a machete chopping things up too. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. Oh, Dave, good. Dave, thank you, man. Seriously, yeah. It's since I busted my phone. If anybody doesn't know, I just got a new phone. My last one broke, so that cost me some ducats. And since that and a couple other things, the hurricane here, and I had fucking other bills that just, and I've been broke as shit. I however, am rich of spirit, and I'm working on mentally preparing myself for my blessings, as these law of attraction gurus out here like to tell you. You've got to wait there and know that your blessing is coming. I know I rib at it and joke at it, but I also teach it because it's real. Some crazy shit like yesterday, for instance. if you think and envision in something enough, it occurs. Okay, so I go. I hadn't seen a friend of mine in a bit, so go to the corridor. I know he's there, so then this is not manifesting anything like that, because I he plays music there, so I go and see him, and we're chatting, and we start talking about someone that we both knew, and we are just like, oh yeah, it would be so cool to see them. Like it's, they live, across town. They're never over here. Blah blah blah, and fucking 2 hours later, doesn't this person just walk right over to us? I was like, yo, what's up, y'all? Like that kind of shit. You do really manifest things. It is a real thing. You just the thing is, some people don't recognize it because let's explain it this way. You put a timestamp on things. You think that you have a clock, a wristwatch, that you say, well, here's what I want, and it needs to arrive by this date, this time. That's working in the realm of Caesar, which is called Caesar's realm. Julius Caesar, JC. It's the lowered down physical manifestation. Great. It's what you received gifts in Julius Caesar's realm. And you receive them because of Jesus Christ, the other JC. But that's a thought realm. Well, the thought realm doesn't have time associated with. Here we see time because a train goes from point A to point B, and we adjust that for how long did it how long did it take for a train to travel from A to B? That distance, that physical thing, so you have a distance and a time, so you're using a space, time and space, and in that time we say, okay, I need a shipment, and I know it should take 2 hours to get to me. The mental realm and the thoughts that you have of what you want and desire, they don't manifest in a linear fashion. It doesn't just come to you when you think it should. It comes when you require it. Like, really. Like, it will just show up for you. Like, this is... it's like, how the fuck am I still here? That's what I say. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue. I just don't worry. Why? Worrying is a waste, because that's using your energy to think about the worst case scenario. Why put your mind there? You're not smart enough. You don't have enough information on anything. Think about all the shit you used to think when you were a child. Womp 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 womp. You thought that Santa Claus was real. You thought that, and then all of a sudden you learn more. And then one day you realize, like, well, oh shit. You came to new realizations about all sorts of things in the world. And even probably recently, you've come to even more realizations, like how fucking of a facade everything on TV is. Not that you can't even 1 ounce of it is not even. So now all of a sudden you're just opening up different doorways and pathways to going, holy shit, it's all really, the whole world is a stage. Isn't it? It's crazy. And all of a sudden everything is, so why worry? You don't have enough. The information you thought you had is invalid. Everything you believed is not true. Nothing is true. Make it whatever you want. So why wouldn't you use your mind to just have, what's that book? Great Expectations. Anybody read that? I have not read that. I don't even know who wrote it. I just know it's a book. It's a good book. Have that. Like, even when I'm fucking got nothing, I just go, well, having nothing is actually a good thing sometimes, Because sometimes having too much stuff gets in your way. It clutters things up. Having too much money, it can really, it opens up doors for insanity. You might buy something that you didn't need, and that's in the way now. And it can be more money, more problems, right? Not all the time. I mean, you should have a functioning, healthy financial status. But even when what I'm saying is, even when I'm broke, I don't think about it. It's just like, oh well, don't worry, I'll have something in a little bit. Why would I think otherwise? That's it's like worrying about. Could you imagine worrying about death every day? I think that might be part of our culture in general. is people are death obsessed. Maybe we'll do this whole talk on death obsession. That they're so obsessed with the death that they forgot that they're alive and living, and they're just like, well, I could just around the corner, I can die. I mean, you should have a healthy fascination with it, and you should have considered it. What would that be like? Then it will maybe motivate you to live life. But most people are so obsessed with it that they're busy looking at it for it, rather than like, holy shit, look at all this. Look at this shit. Look at this. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that? Dave, you started learning after high school. I would say pretty much the same. I was like an A-B student. I was, sit in the front of the class. And not really. I mean, I sat in the back of the bus, sat in the back of the class. But you know what I mean? Like, I was studious. I followed the rules, and this is what you got to do. Played sports, and I was like on time to get the hand homework. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, very fearful of everything, and follow the orders. And then, yeah, after that, then I was like, oh, a lot of things, that wasn't it. That wasn't true. It's like some people, those people that are like, my dad will beat up your dad, my dad's smarter than that kind of feeling. And some people never get rid of that. Some people really believe that my daddy's a hero. He's the best thing ever. He's the greatest. Probably not. Probably not. You should probably let that go. I mean, he might be a good dude. It might be awesome, but that still doesn't. Still, it's not your life. Who the fuck cares? Who cares? Who cares if you invented a cure for cancer? I love when people talk about so many things in the health community, and they still don't understand that cancer is your friend. That it's not killing you. It's people. Oh, they fought. They're a trooper. They fought the cancer. They went and got the chemo, and they got their head shaved. That you see these chicks that get their tits cut off, and they're a survivor. I'm like, I feel so bad, but also I feel like, what kind of, how dumb are you? That you don't notice all of the things that you're doing to cause that to happen, and that can go away. You don't have to rip your tits off. And then I'm supposed to like congratulate and high five you and like supposed to feel sorry? I don't get it. I mean, you didn't have enough time. Somebody go, hey, people been out here saying, living a healthy lifestyle and doing fasting and doing these things cure a lot of things and help a lot of things. We've heard this. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. I won't tell you that. But a lot of people will swear by it. And that person didn't come up past that information. This is fasting might be a good idea. It might reduce that, or who knows? They didn't give that a try before going the route of chopping their hands and tits. And I mean, what if you had brain cancer? Would you cut your head off? Does everyone have brain cancer? Maybe I do. Shit. Maybe this is why I talk like I do. I don't know. I want to go like, no, don't do that. Do this other thing. I think I would like to help you here. I don't want to see you suffer. I don't want to see you. I fucking know what pain is. I've had some injuries that literally, if someone was violating my grandmother's dead body in front of me, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even wish them the kind of pain that I've dealt with. You ever get a hot shard of metal in your cornea and rip your cornea apart and then go blind for a week? Try that. Oh no, you don't want that pain. A pain so bad that you continually want to vomit and pass out, but the pain is so severe that you stay awake because you can't. Yeah, good times. But yeah. So like, seeing levels of pain that people are like, and the suffering that people have to go through, like, you don't have to do all that. You don't got to cut your titties off. I mean, if you cut it off, send it to me. I'll play with that. The well, have a titty fund. Just you just send me your titties that you chopped off. We're talking about chopped. This is what we're talking about. This is what it's come to. This is the kind of shit that I get into talking about. Like people are like, yeah, you should go listen to Zen. He's fucking highly intelligent and he says really wise things. And we're sitting here. This is what's happening. Like, sorry, I'm not your guru. I'm not your god. I'm not some sort of. I mean, I am, but you don't. Who was it? Who was talking about? You'd be surprised. All of these people, these holy people. I think it was Alan Watts always talking about like you look at a holy person that you think is like they can levitate and oh they're like magical. They dress this way and they're like very calm and serene and they do some of this shit and you'd be surprised. They also have a life outside of use of them sitting there on that stage. Some of them might just be sitting there in holy matrimony with the spirits and meditation all the time. Some of them maybe, but you'd be surprised. They have wives. They fornicate. They might have some weird habits. They might smoke cigarettes. They might drink. They might have all of their vices. Everyone has their vices. You'd be surprised. Yo, you got to keep the hair antennas. Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's something we should have another talk about. I've done a whole video on hair. If you had never seen it, it's the hair heritage, shamans. I was exploring and explaining the difference between monks and shamans and why they cut their hair and why shamans don't. But that's a big thing. People don't understand their literal connection, their antennas to other frequencies and other information just by having your hair. Yeah. What's up, Sandro? You are definitely not a robot at all. Thank you for coming through and always typing the exact same thing that has so much. Maybe that's the key code to $1 billion. Maybe is that the code for $1 billion if I were to go to New York City and go to Grand Central Station and I put that into a key code and I can open up a locker and there'll be a billion bio survival tokens for me? Is that what I will get? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And laughter. See that? Why do they say laughter is the best medicine? It truly is. From a mental level, what it does for your brain, chemically, the breathing, the diaphragm, the whole. It's a whole body exercise. I mean, it really is. You could spend. If you spend most of your day finding humor and things and laughing, you're gonna be way healthier. Like your abs will be more in shape. Your core will be in shape. You're breathing differently. You're not just doing the mouth. I mean, laughter it's all over the map. You ever hear people with laughter that it sounds like they're in pain, they're straining. But it hurts them. Some people, you ever laughed till you cried? You ever cried until you laughed? Have you ever laughed and cried at the same time? That's crazy shit. It's like, oh my God, how can I feel all of these these opposing? It would seem to be opposing feelings and emotions, and this is what I'm doing. That's it's intense. Should get in tune with it. It's pretty cool, man. Yeah, laughter is up there in medicine, and it's releasing so many quality chemicals into the system. You should try it sometime. You ever see people that are too serious? Yeah. Fucking, they not, what's the point if you're not enjoying life to some degree? I mean, people, it seems like they just get up and they go, another day, and then they carry that throughout the day. Like, some people, I want to ask them, when's the last time you laughed? That is my new question. I'm going to ask people from now on, and I think maybe you should all take that on as a hobby too. When you meet someone, just go, "Hey, when's the last time you laughed?" That'll catch somebody off guard for sure, and they'll have to literally give some thought to it, and they go, huh. I think what you'll get is, huh. I don't know, and then you can tell them a joke. Boom! You just made a friend. See that? This is lessons, man. This is life lessons. Here's how to make friends. Right there, just in an instant. Well, I don't know if they'd be your friend, because it better be a good joke. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you suck at joke delivery or something, but work on it. Go to fucking comedy school or something, man. If you got to go to comedy school, you're not cut out for it. I don't think that would ever. You know. I mean, there's like, you can learn how to write comedy, I guess, but writing comedy is way different. Like being in a writing room and coming up with interesting, crazy, weird scenarios and shit is wildly different than being on the spot funny. Like, just because you're a joke writer for Comedy Central or Saturday Night Live doesn't necessarily make you a funny person. You might actually be a stupid idiot. You might have no humor in your body. You're like a twerp. But to actually be funny, like, on the spot, that's the game. That's what you need to do. And here, I'll tell you how to do it. You have to give up being embarrassed. You have to give up the fact that you're gonna bomb. You're gonna have a bad day. You're gonna say some shit that you go, why the fuck did I say that? You have to accept it. You can't be shy. You can't be shy about shit in the bed. Or you're just fucking up. No idea. You said you don't laugh, but you make people smile. Is that like code for you give a lot of hand jobs in dark alleys? What's up? What do you mean you don't? What do you mean you don't laugh? What do you mean you don't? Press easy button for jokes. that is I don't know. I can't do the easy joke thing. Like, if somebody tells me a joke, I can't remember it. I can't. I mean, well, I remember the premise. I remember the idea, but to deliver a joke, I can't redo it. I fucking suck at it. Because I feel like I probably couldn't do. I mean, I could do an open mic. I could do a stand up. I'm sure. I don't have any qualms. Like, I could, but I couldn't do it as a thing, because then you got to craft your 5 minutes of material, and I would fail miserably at it, because I hate repeating jokes. I hate repeating things. I feel like a repetitive piece of shit. You don't laugh? How do you like getting your taint tickled with a feather? That might make you laugh. Do puppies make you laugh? At least smile and giggle? Ducks make me laugh. Ducks make me smile. Just the thought of a duck walking and waddling makes me fucking. And then feeding them and they run up to you. Oh, it's fucking joy. Yeah, so somebody here, donate to Zen's Duck Fund. I need to buy them food today, and I want to feed them. And I'll take you guys with me if you guys want to see my duck friends. You can see my dude Hip Hop and Anonymous, and then now there's a whole giant crew that come over and fuck with me. They're pretty awesome. Some of them let me hug them at this point. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I haven't seen them in about 3 weeks though. Well, I mean, I've seen them, but I try not to get too close, because I don't have any food with me, and if I get too close, they'll see me and run over to me, and then I have to explain to them. And I don't know if you've ever had to explain to a large group of ducks. What would you call a large group of ducks? A gaggle? Well, whatever the hell that is. They come to you and they know you got the food, and then you try telling them. You try to tell them you don't have any food. They're gonna yell at you. They're gonna sit there and they're gonna quack the fuck at you. They're gonna quack out. Not that they wouldn't if you had food, but it's a different. You can tell they're like. They're giving you like a side eye. They're like, how dare you come over here with no food? It's not a good feeling. And then I feel like I failed them. I'm supposed to bring the food. Why? Because I bring them the seed. I do not. And if you feed ducks, do not feed them the white bread. It's bad. It's bad for the digestive health. You shouldn't even be eating the fucking bread. Don't eat white bread and don't feed it to ducks either. How do you feel about that? Yeah, I smile, but I don't laugh. But that's okay. It is. It is. What's up, Spirit Bow? It's a herd. A herd of ducks? I disagree. I'm not gonna accept that. Also, let me see. I got a little hair in there. A little eyelash. Huh. No, it's not a herd of ducks. I don't accept that. We're changing the name. It's a gaggle of geese, right? I think that could work for ducks too. Gaggle, because they kind of laugh all the time, so it's like giggling. I don't know. It can't be. I don't like it. Maybe a gang of ducks. I like gang. A gang of ducks. Jack Russells. Yeah, Jack Russell Terriers are pretty cool dogs. I wouldn't want one. I like a dog a little more stouty and aggressive. I like to wrestle with dogs. I need a dog that's at least 50 pounds. You know what I mean? Like I need something that could take a punch to the face. What's up, Romp? Hey, what you doing? Oh, you were kidding about that? Okay, good. You got a Rottie? No idea if it's on your pic there. I can't see it. I'm on a phone that's this big, so the picture is the size of my pinky. Yeah, Rotties are cool. Yeah, Rottie's a good dog. Yeah, I in this building there's so many dogs, once when I go walk through the building, uh, I get to play with all sorts of different puppies. It's kind of nice. Like that way. Yeah, I've had a dog. I used to have a dog, but when you have a dog, you got a goddamn responsibility. Every day you got to be home. You can't. You have to break a part of your day away. As a single human being, it's a very hard thing to have a dog. I did it for a little bit. If you got another, if you've got a significant other, or house dog, you got housemates. But they're that's like, you know, and it's crazy because I go out and have fun. I do shit, but I also know I'm getting fucking wasted, I'm having a day. But I'm just know like I'm counting down to I gotta go home and take care of my dog. You know, on those days, it's like you got a fucking pet, you got a responsibility. Can't just lock them all up in there all day by themselves. That's rude. Oh, you like the you want to see the whole thing? You never seen this? Hold on, let me do this. Hold on. That's that right there. Yes. I got this one that I bought a while ago. I got that one. I didn't. I don't know. Like I kind of like it between there, the color and the design, but that's really heavy, and I didn't want to fuck up the wall putting anchors and shit in. Like that's not that heavy because it's on a different. It's a different. That's a different type of wood. But anyways, yeah. So here's my cool shit. You see my house? This is where I live. Oh, and here's my dude, Stitcho. Fucking Stitchy. Yeah. Yeah. It's these are local artists. That both of these pieces I got for next to nothing. Um, and this one actually, the dude delivered it to me too, because he was like, I lucked out because he's like, dude, I'm moving my studio spaces, so like I have to get rid of his artwork. I have nowhere to store it right now because he was in between places, and he's like, I'll give this to you for like next to nothing. So I was like, fuck yeah. Yeah, it's not too bad. The rest, it's a little messy over there. It's just a studio. I mean, this is the size of it. I got this chair. My bed is right there, and yeah, cool space. I don't need a lot. Like even if I was like extremely wealthy, I probably wouldn't have a place much bigger than this. I mean, I need a bigger kitchen. Like there's a couple things I would need, a couple things I would want, but I probably would. I would have a separate studio space for music and art and shit. But no, I would just have a lot. I would just have a lot of different places in different cities. But even at that, I don't even travel much. Not anymore. I'm in New Orleans. Why the fuck do I want to travel? The weather here it's 80 today. It's 80. It's December 12th or some shit. It's 80 degrees out. I'm sitting here in t-shirt and shorts. The music here is better. The food's better. The people are better. What the hell? Where am I gonna go? You want a lot of bathroom space? You want a lot of bathroom? Why? You want to do a lot of pooping? You need like extra toilets. You need a big bathroom. What do you do? You do like? Are you in there doing makeup and stuff all the time? Do you do makeup? Or you just want like the big spacious like? So you got the huge tub, clawfoot tub that you can put the bubbles on and you can listen to music and have your candles and like that kind of. I mean, I'd be all for that kind of coolness too. One time I built a bathroom. Well, I was redoing the entire house, and the person said they wanted a big bathroom, and I was like, "How big?" Like, the whole end of the house. I was like, "What?" So literally, I did a stand-up shower. The whole bathroom was all marble. Well, no, it was marble and it was slate. It was slate. The whole thing. I did the ceiling in the shower in slate. The whole fucking bathroom was slated out. So the shower had two shower heads. It was big enough for like you could have a fuck party in there. It was huge. And then you come out of this, and then there's a jacuzzi, like a 4-person jacuzzi, and then it was like, I don't know, 16 by 12. It was bigger. It was literally as big as this room that I'm in right now. That was a lot. That was a lot of work. A lot of slate. I don't know if I need a bathroom that big, but clawfoot tub is where it's at. A lord bathroom? A lord? You're a lord now? Oh, you worked in interior design? Yeah. I got into it because I always built things. So I was building houses, and then I got into the design aspect of it too. I've always liked the feng shui kind of shit. Mayfair, London, interior design and architecture. Yeah, I grew up liking architecture. I was always drawing and designing things and like plotting out like and I took design and drawing classes and stuff. And that's what I got into later in life, building houses. Well, what else? 1 hour in here. It's 10 o'clock. Kneel to Lord Bathroom. Lord Bathroom. Welcome. You walk in and there's like a doorman just for your bathroom. Holding a towel right there. You feel like you're Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. Your royal bathroom. Like your royal penis is clean, Your Highness. I probably would hire some helpmates. If I was rich, I would definitely have. I would hire 2 personal servants. Definitely, they would be my. They would. I don't want to drive. They would drive me places. Open my door. Obviously, make me look like hot shit. That's what I would. I would hire somebody just to make me look fucking awesome, just by proxy, by the fact that I can hang out with like super good looking people. Well, I mean, kind of do that anyways, just because, yeah. I need a hot chick on retainer, basically. You'd hire a cook. Yeah, well, here's what I would do. I would hire my personal assistant, but I would give them all of the resources, like to go to school to learn how to. Let me see. I gotta get my. It's kind of bothering me there. I'd send them to massage school, send them to cooking school. I send them to, and then to have them do that, just like a personal, you know, want an indentured servant basically, like the way it should be. And then just teach them all the shit, so that way, okay, you kick it with me for a couple of years, I'll send you to school for these things, and then go move on, go have and besides, I would get bored of somebody after a little while. I have to freshen up the help every once in a while. Hey, Sylvan Petronia, thanks for being here. For your information, the bots are out in droves. They like to show up and just type random bullshit in. I love it. I think that might be the key to some unlock the vault, some sort of a passcode, a key for. I don't know. Is it something you gotta go? Is there a website we gotta go to? Is that what you're saying, or is that the website? So what else, everybody? What else? I think I might be spent for right now. I kind of want to get some fresh air and see these ducks. So, as I would always remind you, take care of yourself. Also you can donate to me. This is how I live, just in case you guys didn't know this. And it's not just for this singular show. It's for the other 3,500 that I had out and that people have learned from, and I'm re-releasing those for the teaching ones. So if you want to, you can donate and help me keep this thing on and this roof over my head, and keep me fueled with beer. CashApp, PayPal, Venmo. That's awesome if you do that. Appreciate it. It's the holiday season. Should be giving. You should be in that giving spirit. And also take care of yourself, because that's most important. If you're not taken care of, how the hell can you help anybody else? And be weird, be funny, be quirky. And yeah, I'll probably kick it with you guys later. I had 3 shows I was gonna do yesterday. I had really great ideas, but I got caught up doing some other shit. But I still, those are definitely going to be on the plate for today, and I might do those shows from the river. And you guys come join me at the river. How do you feel about that? Good to see you. Do I still pull cards? Yeah, I haven't in a while. I could maybe I'll do a show later and just do a tarot deck for people. Yeah, I haven't in a couple months. Kind of got caught up doing some other shit, and it's kind of went by the wayside. But yeah. Dave, I appreciate it, man. I really do. Fucking wicked. Yeah, maybe I'll do a show. Maybe I'll bring the cards to the river if it's not too windy. I'll pull the cards to the river when I could do readings for people. I mean that's what people do in New Orleans, anyways, and they make quite a pretty penny doing it. But yeah, I'll do it for you guys on here. Burp got in the building. Ass out of here. Good to see everybody. Be well, be weird, be deranged, be complete utter lunatics, and have a fun day. Talk Talk to y'all soon. Bye.